Welcome to the second video of my You Can Create This series. This time I'm going to show you an easy way to create inflated balloon letters while keeping your tube editable. I actually discovered this technique by accident, but it's so simple and powerful that I thought it deserves its own tutorial. You can also download the project file including my settings and the alpha I used if you like to follow along with the tutorial. The download link can be found in the description. To start, I've added some simple tubes to the canvas to spell the word fly. This will also be your starting point if you downloaded the Nomadsculpt file. Just a heads up, this technique works best on simpler shapes. If you want to try it with your own letters or designs, you might need to experiment a bit to get it just right. Now, let's begin by applying a chrome material to the tubes so we can see how the reflections will turn out as we go. To do this, select all elements in the layer menu, choose the chrome material and tap Paint All. Once that's done, let's start inflating the letters. This is the super easy and fun part. Drag the tube thickness slider up significantly. It might look funny at first, but the tube needs to be thick to achieve a balloon-like look. There's just one more step to complete this. With the tube still selected, go to the Topology menu in the top left corner, make sure the division is set to around 150, then go to Post Subdivision and drag the slider up. As you do this, you will see the tube becoming rounder, achieving a great result very quickly. Here's where trial and error come in. Unfortunately, the Post Subdivision value doesn't get saved, so you will need to repeat this step each time you edit the tube to see the final result. I felt the tube was still a bit too thin, so I increased the tube radius further and adjusted the slider again. This gave me a much better result. Let's continue with the other two parts in the word. I will fast forward through this process, but just follow the same steps we covered earlier until you are happy with the look of all the tubes. Once we have applied this technique to all the tubes, we already have a great result. If you feel there's still room for improvement, for example, I think the L could be a bit larger and more rounded at the end, just select the object, increase the path thickness using the orange handle, and adjust the post subdivision slider again. This looks good now, so let's add some extra detail to make the letters a bit more realistic. First, I will validate the tube. To keep an editable version, I will go into the layer menu and copy the group containing all the objects. Make sure all elements are checked, then tap copy in the top box of the layer menu. This will create a new group. I usually keep an unvalidated version of the tubes in case I want to make changes later. I will hide the new group for now. Next, I will select the tubes that make up the F and voxel remesh them together. To do this, go to the Topology menu, set the resolution to around 170, and tap Remesh to create a single object from the tubes. Repeat this process for the other two letters. I will fast forward again here. We need to do this step to work further with the objects and apply additional effects. After voxel remeshing, you might notice some odd-looking areas where the tubes intersected. To fix these, select the Smooth tool and draw over the affected areas. This will smooth the surface and make it look much better. Now, let's add more details. Specifically, we will create the flattened edge often seen on metallic balloons. With the Gizmo tool selected, clone the F from the layer menu. It's important that the pivot point is centered. To do this, tap on Pivot in the left menu and tap on Center. Make sure to tap on Pivot again to leave this menu. Scale it up so it runs along the edges of the balloon, then scale it down using the blue dot on the Gizmo tool. Adjust its position as needed. It doesn't have to be perfect, just ensure it follows the edges of the balloon and is visible. Once we have done this, I will switch to the solo view using the button in the bottom left menu. This allows us to focus only on what we have just created. Next, I will pick the Move tool and start adjusting the edges to give them an irregular look. This will make the balloon appear more natural in the end. I also want to pinch a hole into the flattened edge of the balloon. To do this, I will drag an area out at the bottom of the letter. Then switch to the Trim tool. Make sure ellipse and circle are selected in the left menu. Simply draw a circle over the area you want to remove. If the edges look strange, you can smooth them out by using the Smooth tool for a cleaner result. I will fast forward through the steps for the other two letters. Just follow the same process we used for the F. Now, let's add some wrinkles. Select the Stamp tool and open the Alpha menu at the top left. Choose the Alpha I provided with the downloadable files linked in the description. You can start drawing wrinkles now. I'm just adding a few for now, but feel free to go all out if you want to. We are still missing the chords on the balloons. To add them, select the Tube tool, switch to the side view, and start drawing some lines near the holes we created earlier. Then switch between different views and align the chords properly so they wrap around the holes. Back in the front view, optimize the length and add some variation to the three chords. For the final touch, I will give the chords a red material. And that's it. If you want, you can experiment with different environments to create unique looks. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it easy to follow. If you want to take your skills to the next level, consider exploring one of my courses. If you have any feedback, please let me know in the comments. Thanks and talk soon.